This is just my experiment to pre-fill these lifters with oil. And all these extra holes here are just experiments, because trying to get them the right size to fit this is really hard. That one is actually pretty good. That was just a test one. But see, it only goes in that far. It seemed like no matter what, when your router bit's going in circles, it gets smaller farther in. So while this is perfect here, that's as far as you can get it. So basically what I did is I just used the CNC machine to cut a perfect circle in this alder, I think. This is a fuel pump that pumps like, I don't know, 30 pounds or something. It's pretty high, and this is a really old vinyl, and that's transmission fluid. Chose to use it because it was lighter, easier for the air to get out. But the pressure side, this is suction. The pressure side is really short right here, and it just tees in. I drilled a hole and threaded it into the side of here. So if I give it some battery here, I got a little air in there, that one. And if everything goes okay, it's not high volume, but it is pretty high pressure. Anyway, if it goes okay, you stick this in like yeah, the hydraulic makes it go really slow. You think that's something? You should watch trying to get it back out. It's got to be at least past there. This is really hard to do with one hand. Ouch. Now, I sometimes put this ring on to help keep it from squirting, and then I would use this wrench here to hold it down. Now, obviously, if I was going to do this a lot, I would just make a special bracket that would have a wing nut or something that would come in here and hold the sides down, or maybe even use these flats like they were intended. You know, they're used to, shoot, I could even use one of the original hold downs. I could set it up to do more than one at once. Anyway, I just stick it on there. I'm going to get myself in trouble here. It's really loose. Now, some of the oil will bleed past the bottom of this and start pushing the whole thing out. So I got to be careful about that. As soon as it starts doing that, I got to let off, because if it comes out far enough, it squirt. See? I don't know if you can see it, but there's oil all over there. I'm going to have to clean that off with something good. You can hear the motor really working. And normally I would be playing with that push rod. That's pretty hard right now. You can see some of the little tiny bubbles. I think it's actually pushing oil from through the wood at this point down here. But that one's done. And you can see it's actually pushed itself out a little bit. Now is where it gets tricky, and it's nice to have two hands, because the hydraulics gives up very, very slowly. I should have stuck this on a tripod. Paper towel gives you more grip. Not enough, though. And it comes out, and I go slide it in the engine. Well, I'm actually just kind of stockpiling them here. So that was one. I've got only 3 or 4 left. So yeah, this is how I I know there's guys out there that can pull an engine out, rebuild it, and stick it in the same day. This is just how I drag it out with little experiments and stuff that I don't really need to do, because I mean, let's face it, you can stick these in the engine, get the oil pan on, use a drill to turn the oil pump and pressurize the whole system, and basically do this before you even start it. So, but I like to make sure that each one of these is working so that I don't have to take anything apart later. And you know, experiments are kind of fun, so that's my latest playing around.